Hello. Tuesday, the 2nd of December, 23 days to go, Christmas Day. Pardon me, just had a week off. It was nice. Spent a bit of time in Lanzarote with my fiance. Nice and quiet, but the weather was good. Obviously, no drinking. In fact, the hotel didn't have a lot of big drinkers in it, which was good. But it was nice to get away from the cold for a while. Now, we're going to talk about Christmas time. I put a video out earlier about the pressure people feel at this time of year to drink more. I'm not just talking about alcohol problem drinkers like myself and others. I'm talking about everybody. And it can be a time of craziness. I remember when I was in the police in London, Christmas time, the once a year drinkers used to come around and be mayhem in central London. Purely because it's Christmas time. You've got to try and see it as just another day. That's all it is, just another day, isn't it? Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, and the weeks before, the weeks after, just the same as today. And the 14th of March, aren't they? There's not a lot of difference, really. But we have this mentality that we should, let's go on the drink. Let's have a party. It's Christmas. It's just an excuse to get pie-eyed, isn't it, really? And I used it as an excuse many times. And always let people down. It's an emotional time, Christmas, for a lot of people. Because you sort of look back on the year and think, well, what sort of years have been? And some people may have lost relatives, friends, babies may have been born, all this sort of thing. We don't know. And obviously emotions can be very high. And I drank on emotions, I think. I didn't have cravings, I drank on emotions. It could be a dangerous time. Not for myself, because I know I'm past that now. I know if I drink, I will die. And that's what it comes down to. There's no chance of me drinking again. There's absolutely none. Well, look, there is, but if I did, I wouldn't be here tomorrow, which is not a good place to be, that sort of thing. So you've got to be sober. I think you've got to be sober to enjoy your life. I don't think you can enjoy your life properly if you're drinking too much. That's the truth. I never enjoyed my life when I drink too much because I always had a bit of a hangover, even when I was younger. It puts some mockers and everything, doesn't it? You don't feel well, you don't look well. Red Tiger, how are you doing? When staff want to buy you a drink, I say I'm driving. It's not. Yeah, it's bizarre the excuses we come up with. I've tried that. I'm getting fit, and I'm driving, and there comes a time when there will be a situation where you can't use that excuse. You've got to be very upfront with people. When you're asked, the thousands time, why don't you drink? Why don't you drink at a holiday? Do you have one? Can you have two? Can you all this nonsense? I always say I don't drink. I had a problem with it. I mean, I'm saying that now because I'm sober, confident. When I was a bit younger, I didn't do that. I didn't say that. But now I can just say, look, I don't drink. Because it's all over the world now, isn't it? I'm not bothered. I'm happy to be so. I'm happy to be part of and you should be as well, everyone here should be happy to be part of the exclusive minority. Because the people who don't drink are much better off than those who do. Because you've got better health and wealth, haven't you? And that's the thing, you've got to be very mindful of that. And you're not going to get anywhere by drinking too much. Nobody ever succeeded by drinking too much. People that succeed don't drink at all. All you got to do is look at Donald Trump for a start. No, he's done pretty well, but you understand where I'm coming from. Keep off the booze, then you will do okay. Hello, Richard, how are you doing? How are you? It's cold weather. It is cold, isn't it? I just got back from, me and my partner flew in to Newcastle last night from Lanzarote. It was nice over there, about 24. Not too hot, but obviously not cold. But back to cold weather. At least it's not raining. It was raining a bit last night, but it's freezing. It's the cold nights to come, isn't it? However, on the good side, on a positive note, it's the 21st pretty soon, isn't it? 19 days, and then the nights won't seem as dark. just creep away a little bit, and get Christmas over into the new year. And the big thing I'm trying to push here is Christmas time. Do not be pressurised to drink over Christmas, because you're going to get yourself in a mess. It seems I'll just have one. I'll have one. Just try one. Comes into it, then you'll have 10. Then you're back to full relapse again. Heaven, how are you done? Trouble is explaining to all drinking buddies. A few of my friends have health problems. Swollen feet, legs, they won't stop. It's up to them. You've got to look after yourself. You don't have to be selfish with your loved ones. You just have to look after yourself, if that makes sense. And just say, I'm not going to have a drink. The problem is when people pressurize you, and I felt this myself over the years, is that you feel like, oh, well, should I just try one? Now, I tried it 1,000 times and failed. So on now, no, I can't try one. I don't want to try one. I want to try 21. So the crux of the matter is, you don't want any. You can't have any. And that's it. It's an impossible situation trying to be a social drinker if you've got problems. That's the key, isn't it? So Christmas, treat it as just another day. Treat it as a celebration, a good meal. Hi, Christopher. Good evening, Stephen Toll. I hope you're well and enjoyed your. Yeah, great, Christopher. Thanks. Nice change. Well, John. Hello, John. Mr. John. Well, John, how are you doing? Richard, would you say going to church on Sunday is a good measure to keep down? It fills in the time, doesn't it? So, hello, Samara. Thanks for joining. So the comment about the 0%, and I agree with that. I won't do any more videos on that. 0% pays. It's up to everybody to make their own choice, but I think they could land a few people in trouble. Retire. New Year's Eve, staying in and getting lots of food. Get good food. Watch a film. Reboot. Just treat it like tonight. I'll come on Christmas Day for a while, keep people company for an hour, because I think it's important. It's one of the times that people will relapse. I know some people will relapse because I did. And if you drink on emotions like I did rather than cravings, then you have to fight hard because it's everywhere, isn't it? And you've got this, just have one. Just people do push you. Just got to tell them basically, I'm not having one because I know that one will end up in 21. That's the problem. Well, John, I'm 4 months sober now. Steve, thanks for the well done, John. I'm pleased to see you're doing well. 4 months is brilliant. I couldn't stop for 4 hours years ago. And I'm in my 7th year now. So, keep pushing. It'll get easier. But it's always going to be there. That makes sense. There's no cure to this at all. It's just a question of managing it. Managing the problem we've got. Just a little bit of a problem. We're not having our legs chopped off. We haven't got any major illness. We just have to keep away from that first drink. If you can master that, then you'll be fine. And then you can get on with your life, really, because you can't get on with your life when you drink too much. And we're not social drinkers. You need to get on with your life and enjoy your life, because we're only here for a short time, as I've said 1,000 times. And life's very short. And life's very precious, so you have to really dig deep and get yourself off the booze for life. Stoic, even all, I got a promotion in work today. Well done. My third since quitting drink and drugs 2.5 years ago. There you go. See? So Stoic's got promotions out of it. People look upon you differently because you're reliable, you see. That's the one thing you are when you're sober. You're reliable. You can deal with things. Neil Hughes, hi. Neil, how are you? So, look at that as a bit of a guideline. You're not going to achieve anything when you're drinking, but you can achieve a lot when you're not. Because you're going to overtake people, you see. And most people drink. Well done, John. Hi, Neil. Glad you're okay. Well, John. Thanks. Yeah, 4 months is good, John. Well done to Stoic again for promotions. We've got two of our main moderators on here. So, yeah, keep it in mind that Christmas will take you back if you just have one. Don't have one at all. And just think of it another day. It's just another day, isn't it? It's another day closer to New Year, and start a new year on a positive note. So there's no cure. So we formed it as just on probation until we die. It's a good point, yeah, on probation, just waiting to, try not to slip up. The stronger you are in the mind, then you want to. Once you're off the booze and you're sober, it's a question of you doing your utmost to just face facts. You can't drink. It's as simple as that, really. Coffee in the morning and tea evening, and a wash. That's all you need. I mean, you can even if I know a lot of people on here are on their own, but you've got to plan ahead a little bit. Hi, Stuck. It's good. We had a good time. It was nice. Had Lanzarote for a few days. Pretty much uh, dry and sunny, which is good. Nice change. Um, Neil, well done, Stuck. Yeah, well done. Third promotion. So Kivo, coffee in the morning, and tea in the evening. Plan your Christmas if you're on your own. It's different when you're with somebody, but if you're going to be on your own, then plan to do something. Don't leave it because then you get slipping. Oh, just have one. Pass the time. You've got to be very cautious because people watch old films and trying to be sad. A lot of people are sad at Christmas, aren't they? Be joyous that you're off the booze and you're going to live a bit longer. It's not just living longer; it's living well, isn't it? It's not just adding years to your life; it's adding life to your years. That's the most important thing. Add some life to the years you've got left. Because there's not many people are here under 30, I don't think. And life ticks on. We know it does. It's not getting any easier, especially the way the economy is in the UK, especially. And in other parts of the world, in some cases, people having to work harder. It's harder to get employment. AI is going to be coming in very soon to take over more jobs. It will be the survival of the fittest in the next 5 years. 5 years seems a long time. It's not really, isn't it? I've been on this channel a year and a half now. It's flown by. So, get yourself strong. Get yourself fit. Push yourself to the gym. I went today and it was a bit of a push to get there, but I enjoyed it so when I got there. Go for a walk, a lot of walking and not a lot of walking. I would say not a lot of walking, but just some walking in Lanzarote. It's easy obviously when it's warm and sunny. And push yourself to get out for a walk. Push yourself to eat the right food and push yourself to drink plenty of water. It's not that difficult, is it? It's another thing, a bit like I always say that alcoholism is a habit turned into an addiction. It's a bit like getting healthy. Turn the healthy aspect of your life into a want, a need, a habit. You go to the gym, you have your water, you have your food. You've got plenty of time. All those hours that you spend recovering from drinking and drinking, you can fill it with healthy habits now. Hi, Natasha. Good evening, Stephen. Your videos gave me a bit of nostalgia about the person I was in love with. Unfortunately, alcoholic personality completely took over, which unable to witness you win. Thanks, Natasha, for that. Sorry to hear about the person. It's terrible for the other half, I think, isn't it? I've got a few friends who drink too much. Well, not really friends drink much. I try and give them advice, but they don't take it. I think I was the same. My family must have been distraught when I was just no, I'll be fine, because they know I wasn't fine. Thanks for that, Natasha, for sharing that with us. But I had a pint once upon a time and heaved a lot in the restroom. The sickness was already banging. Yeah, it doesn't get any better, does it? When you get that point when you're feeling ill and your life's crumbling, then you'd be pretty much gone. So there's 5 stages, I think. Say the social drinking, moderate, heavy. The 4th one is heavy when you know you're causing issues for other people and yourself. And then stage 5 is dangerous drinking, which I got to, and then fell off the cliff. And there's no way to get back. That's the hard thing. If you once you pass that point, it's past by no return, isn't it? And your way to get back is to get off it completely, and be off it for life. That's it. Somebody said, "Don't eat cheese, or you're going to die." You wouldn't eat cheese. It's that simple, really, isn't it? I know it's an addiction, but the Stoics mentioned before. Don't let the addiction take over. Be strong. Be strong-willed. And I know a lot of people on here who've got sober. A lot of people have been sober for years, and it's just a question of plugging in here and just saying, "Well, these people have done it. I can do it." If anybody can get sober, anybody can get sober, I can. That was, end stage I was just about. So it can be done with a lot of thought, and it's not easy, but be mindful of the next month. It'll be good when it's the 2nd of January. Can't be so worried about people. It's only another month. Get that out of the way. And the money you save by not drinking, You could have a little holiday, couldn't you? You do what you like with the money. Because it costs a bloody fortune, doesn't it? You know, the crazy amounts of people are charging for Christmas lunches, and then people drink on top of that, make a mess of everything, don't eat the meal properly, just to waste it. So it's all a question, really, of preventing relapse, but just another day where there's more opportunity to drink, there's more pressure, and, you know, there's more reason, people think, to drink. I better have a drink because I've been sober 2 years, and you get complacent and you're in a mess again, you know. And you've got to be very careful of that. Hello, Lilith, how are you doing? Kivo drank a lot in 2021, since then, not often 2 months from now. Well done, Kivo. There's a lot of success stories here. And if anybody isn't getting there, then get on here, or at least make a comment. I know a lot of people don't even comment, but you can do. It's quite an open house here. Because as a team, you can do it much easier than one. Safety in numbers, you know. I wish I'd had something like this when I was really struggling. Because I always thought I was the only person who had problems. I couldn't drive down motorways. I had panic attacks. I was on the underground. You know, I didn't want to be in shops and all this. And it happens to a lot of people who had that, and much, much worse. I thought I was the only person who had seizures. You know, and then you've got a lot of people on here who had loads of issues. A lot more than I have. Paul, how are you doing? Nice to see you. So be mindful of that, and just keep yourself healthy, keep warm, keep positive, and this next few weeks will pass really well, because I did a video the other day about the liver ward, and it's got 40,000 views now. You know, time I spent in that liver ward, and saw people dying. It's a slow, painful death, you know. Turn yellow. That's what people did. I didn't turn yellow, but I had the cyclic fluid being drained off. People died in that ward. It was absolutely horrendous. So when I struck, did they give you a new set of overalls and a broom for your promotion? A brand new broom head. As in Money, Fools and Horses. Remember when Trigger got his new broom? Paul, how are we doing? Nice to see you, Paul. So we've got the liver ward, you know. It's hard. Watch that video. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you. All doing well. Yeah, I was on holiday Thanksgiving. I think I did the video on the Friday. Hope you saw it. Just to say happy Thanksgiving to all of our United States folk, and thanks for your support all the time. Your donations, Kathy, well received, and it helps us keep going here. And as Kathy done, if you want to donate anything, please or support the channel, not donate, support the channel. Please hit the super chat button or the coffee links at the top there. And I hope Thanksgiving was good. So Seneca said, no slavery is more disgraceful than one which is self-imposed. So that's a good point, actually. It is self-imposed, isn't it? I think there's a Roman word for slave. That's exactly what we are. We're not in control of our own mind. Very true. Very true. Yeah. You know, we're not in control. It takes over. It controls you, doesn't it? Alcohol is the power, as it were. Not that that's anything to do with the AA. I think the higher power. I don't understand any of the AA stuff. Kathy, yes, I saw the video. Oh, you're welcome, Kathy. I just saw the 7 pound. I got, I haven't done that video. I should, for Kathy, who donated all that money. So yeah, pull yourself together. Grow out of alcohol is a good thing as well, I think. But it's causing too many problems. That liver ward, I'll go back to the liver ward video. When I was in there, and people were going along wherever they're going to be going to for minor procedure and didn't come back. That was an eye opener. And you know, the people in there looked so unwell. You wouldn't be well in a hospital, but you get what I'm saying. So deconditioned, so thin, so unable to function because of alcohol. It was incredibly sad. To look back on it, it's so sad now to look back on it. And how I managed to keep myself motivated or cheery to some degree. It's very difficult. Adio Pool, how much weight did you lose at the peak period disease? I went down 9 stone. Probably lost about 7 stone. 7 stone. So I'm 6'3", and I went down to, I was like a beanpole. Completely sunken in the face. I was just like a screaming skull, really, to be fair. Hadn't eaten for weeks and weeks and weeks. JZ8219, Raw Romans spoke Latin, slave translators service. Thanks for that. Very intellectual tonight, which is good. I learn something every day. I hope you do. And I hope you appreciate those lives, because I think they're useful. Lilith was offered to go here. I read so much bad things about it. It wasn't for me. You should have gone just to try it, because there are people out tell stories. I didn't give enough time. Maybe it didn't do much for me. I have to say. Harry Paul, oh my god, yeah, I was very, very thin. Straight, so hard graft, sweeping chimneys, mate. Didn't even provide me with a ladder. Chimney sweep. It's perfect this time of year. Richard Bruce, isn't it strange how alcohol is so enmeshed into our culture? It is. It's everywhere, isn't it? It's woven into it. Every occasion, every day. I know people drink every day. I drank every day, but not always in the pub. I worked shifts. I worked early days, nights. I was in the Met, but I always had a couple of cans. It was like it was just. Like I said, it's a habit, isn't it? Like clean your teeth. Oh, I've got the cans for. Go to bed. I didn't need them really. When I was younger, but then what it's like if you drink it. You have one or two, and you think, oh, I better have another one. Or a better, I'll just have another one because something comes on TV, isn't it? And then you think, oh, I must be in bed by 10. Maybe it was 5, and you have another one. The time goes on, and that's what happens, you see. Dylan Nix, I still drink, but tune in here for community. Good, Dylan. I mean, if you want to get off it, we'll help you get off it. It's a good community here because some very strong people here, very knowledgeable people. Samana, like cocaine and heroin, alcohol gives you a long romantic courtship before it becomes your master. That's a good point, actually. It doesn't hit you as quick as other drugs, does it? The one thing that really not worries me now, I'm too old now, but why kids are still warned about drugs. But as far as I'm aware, it's still not. Pardon me. It's still not mentioned. It's still mentioned, is it? It's still not mentioned. Alcohol, really. Don't take hard drugs. Don't take heroin. Nobody says don't drink alcohol. So just moderate it. But you can't moderate a drug, can you? You can't moderate heroin. You can't moderate cocaine. People are told to stop smoking, not just moderate smoking. So where do we get this moderate alcohol from? It's crazy. People, I still drink Peñas. But if you want to get off it, there's links in all the videos. And drop me a line, Kathy, Samara is exceptionally wise. Ex-military say. I always think they're better. Just a joke. So you're both very wise men. 2 wise men, 3 wise men. 3 wise men, isn't it? Just need a third one now. We've got Stoic, Submariner, then who's next? I like that one, so it's true. It is a long courtship, isn't it, with alcohol? Earth, I was going to buy the guy who they paired me up with. I'm going to go buy the guy who paired me up with. So nice. And just said I would pick you up and drop you back off. I didn't want your money, and he kept messaging every day. I think they do try and help. Pardon me. Which drinkers are usually more becoming. Weed smokers and cokeheads or wasters. I don't know. I've never taken kind of. The only drug I took, and obviously far too much of it, was alcohol. So I didn't try anything else. I don't want to try anything else. I'm quite happy being me, if that makes sense. Being clean, I suppose. Is what I mean. Because I was massively addicted to alcohol very quickly. Like I said, I'm sure it was a habit that turned into an addiction. And I just wish and pray and hope all of you can get off it. Those who haven't, stay off it, And that's the key. That's why we're here, to help people be healthy again, because you certainly are not going to be healthy if you drink. Johnny Wong, good day. I'll give 3 days. I'll give 3 days. 3 days. 3 days off. 3 days on. No. Binges are the worst thing as well. It's another thing over Christmas because of this 2-week holiday. People be 2 weeks on the booze. Loads of domestics as well. In my teenage years, I tried most drugs: coke, weed, speed, mushrooms, acid. But the one drug that took me to hell over and over was alcohol. Yeah, do you think this is a good question? Yeah, if you take a few different things, I haven't just taken the one, but gallons of it. With these other drugs, then, Is it just the main difference is availability of alcohol, do you think? Is that why alcohol's worse? It's just so available, isn't it? I'm not sure, no. You can't just get speed like that, can you? You can get beer delivered to your door. I had a friend who used to say, instead of saying, want to come for a pint, you say, you're going to, can't you come in for a gallon? Well, that was 8 pints, wasn't it? 8 pints. And he said, let's have a couple of gallon. That's 16 pints. And that was normal. Crackers. Richard, I saw a guy walking down the street drinking a beer. Yeah, they're all over, aren't they? Johnny went for 3/4 since 13, 14, 41 now. New. Cheers, Johnny. Thanks for coming on here. So you've got to stay clear of booze. If you don't, you're going to be in a mess. It's as simple as that. I'm so pleased I did now. There's no way I would have lasted another few months if I'd kept on drinking. In fact, the guys who I used to drink with, some of them now passed. That bad. Kevin was one. Drinks acceptable, drugs ain't. That's the difference. It ain't great. Yeah, it's a good point that we accept drink, but we don't accept drugs. Even though alcohol is very, very destructive. So, like, how long did it take you to Google that? Smart. I didn't say the Romans spoke Latin. A lot of words are derived from different Latin means. Service, as you say, means slave, not addict. Well, you do learn a lot here. We should go on to masterminds. There's a lot of clever people here. They do say that a lot of alcoholics, I still use that word, drink to calm the mind. So we've got active mind doing it. Heart is feeling uncomfortable at night time. You need to go to see the doctor, Johnny. I think, see what's going on. Because you've got palpitations. That's just another sign. It's another symptom, isn't it? Of alcohol use, heart issues, liver issues. Because it's not just the liver, is it? It's the heart, the brain, the way you feel, the depression, all this sort of thing. It all gets interwoven, as it were. And it's not a good place to be, is it? I don't know if anybody's heard from the bricklayer, Johnny Lift Troll. I've seen him for a while. If you'd like to support the channel and you enjoy these lives, then please hit the super chat button or buy me a coffee links on the right there. The more support we get, the more we do. I'll be doing some more lives. I say I've been away for a week, but I'm back now, and I want people to be okay for Christmas. Do have a good Christmas, basically. It's on the mess I used to get into and spoil everyone else's Christmas. There's a lot of people take coke while they're drinking. So even if you're really drunk and take it down to speed, Sylvie up in around 15. So you sober up in about 15 minutes. So people get in the nightclubs if they're too drunk. Got you. Yeah, so pulls you around a bit. Got you. Yeah, I mean, I do know quite a bit about drugs, as in I used to be in the meth police and arrest people for drugs, but I don't know the effects it has on having me, if that makes sense. And I don't know why I never gravitated towards that, because I know a lot of drinkers do take drugs. A lot of people I used to drink with used to smoke as well, but they never smoked without the booze, which is a bit odd. Richard Bruce, yes, you should easily reach for the drink. You shouldn't easily reach for the drink. The drink's always a crutch, isn't it? It has been for me for years, and it's horrendous. I say every day as a doorman. Well, you would deal with here. A doorman sees everything, isn't it? Doesn't he? I remember being searched and we used to go to clubs in London, but thankfully I didn't know anything. But it's obviously double whammy if you're drinking and taking drugs and smoking as well. But I've heard quite a bit since I've been doing a little bit of liaison with the NHS that cirrhosis of the liver is becoming more common in younger people, which is a worry, isn't it? Johnny Wong, no answer from doctors. I know it's alcohol anxiety. Give me something that stops you uncomfortable, hard, stop. Yeah, the anxiety was a big problem for me and a lot of other people in here. You're worried about things that didn't matter, really. It creeps up on you. It's really bad. With stoic, drinking drugs both release dopamine. Cocaine taken with alcohol creates a chemical reaction called quethylene. This releases a bigger dopamine hit, but it's very dangerous. I bet it is. No. Very bet it is. So I study last and so to step on your toes. Can I offer you a cola? I didn't know about the chemical reaction. Johnny, think of heart. It doesn't stop. You don't want these palpitations on. You've got to get something, because otherwise you need some medication maybe for that. And how old are you, Johnny? You've got to watch out for your body. Your body will tell you what's happening. Exercise when I used to work part time in nightclubs on the doors before we opened. We would go into women's and men's toilets and spray all the services with WD-40, which turned the cocaine into mush. I didn't know that, man. There's just so many good things in here, man. I didn't know that. I didn't know that happened. No, that's a strange smell. WD-40, well, propanolol just get told I'm on max propanolol. Propanolol just so they have for blood pressure, isn't it? Like I said, stoic isn't drunk, no, not at all. So, 299, how you didn't step on my toes, mate. Keep up the studying you needed. A lot of intellectual people here, isn't it? It's good, actually, isn't it? Get back to what I was going to say. Over Christmas, do not be pressurised in drinking. Don't get too emotional. Think of it as another day and you could be fine. Get some good food in. As I said, a lot of people are on their own. If you're on your own, plan your day. Yeah, don't just wake up late and I'll have a drink. I feel terrible when these speeches on and all that. Get out for a walk or something. Schizophrenic, manic depression meds as well. Oh, Johnny, well, we'll have to maybe look at the doctor again for that one, I think. Certainly, alcohol won't be helping you. Because alcohol just takes everything, takes everything off you, doesn't it? Completely debilitates you. The good thing about being sober is you can deal with problems with much more clarity, much more ease, and you don't feel as rough every day. You eat properly, you just be a better person. I think you will. I certainly. I wish I'd stopped. We all say that. Oh, I wish I'd done this. Wish I'd done that. I wish I'd had the common sense to stop earlier. Because it would have been a massive difference in my life. Lilith Stuart philosophy yes, me in the metabolic, the coke with alcohol. Turns out even after the cocaine is out of the system, that will still show on blood tests for weeks. Understand? It shows people who have coke, taken coke. Kiva, I'm autistic, so I write reviews on wines. Wow. Very interesting. A lot of interesting folk in here. Wine is something I'd never tried. Well, I didn't try it. I did try it, but I couldn't drink wine. Only thing is I drank was lager and beer. And that's another thing people get mixed up. They always say to me, you must have been a big spirit drinker, Steve. Never been a spirit drinker. Tried it, obviously. Couldn't be on with that. But it doesn't make any difference. It's still going to hammer your liver. It might hammer it even faster if you drink spirits. So I haven't seen cars on here either for a while. There's a few regulars missing, probably because I haven't been on here for a week. But we'll get back to a bigger group and we'll start to kick in again. People need this in the winter because so many people will relapse. I know the guys that I used to drink are drinking more during the winter. And she once with my mate a year. So you've got to really focus on this. It's so easy to go back to it. I was talking to somebody the other day. He'd been off for a few years and went straight back to square one. You had a couple of drinks, and he was back on the full time. I don't know how it catches up with you like that. I think it does with any other drugs. One or two drinks, and you've got to have more. Richard, I forgot to hand in my tax declaration. I said, the world's in such a state economically, just don't worry about it. We haven't got enough people to send out to do anything about that. Lilith, I used cocaine for a while, but only craved it when drinking. Never used coke without alcohol. We see the two go hand in hand. I said the same as the guys I used to know who smoked. There used to be a nightclub called Hombres, off Oxford Street. Just off Oxford Street. It was 50 pence a drink in there, 50 pence a drink. I'm back. I met Howard Lanzarote. It was excellent. Thanks. Had a nice time. Wasn't a lot of facilities around. There's plenty to do in the hotel. Nice. Had a good time. Some nice meals and stuff, And the bonus was the weather wasn't too cold. Even at night, it was only about 18, 23, 24 during the day. It was good. Thanks. I hope you will. And doing good. It's only a few days now as it were at Christmas. I'll just talk to the folk in here about keeping positive for Christmas. Just treat it like another day and don't get drawn into drinking again. Still swimming pool. Oh, definitely. Yeah, the water was a bit cold, mate, but you can still float around, half naked. Strict, a little stricter organisations take hair from the head when drug testing. They know people pull tricks to go through the loopholes. To get through the loophole, the hair will hold trust for months, not weeks. Yeah, we used to do on the police. But I've done that myself. It's really dangerous, man. When drunk people don't, of course, that's the problem. People don't care when they've had a few drinks because well, you've got no inhibitions or less inhibitions, haven't you? Leslie, how are you, Leslie? Hope you're okay and hope Paris is treating you well. John Doe, hello, John, how are you? Nice to see you. We've got 3 moderators on, which is brilliant. 2625, quite they show you what doctor's children. I don't know what that says. Quite a pine. Hi, John Doe. You still Chelsea dying hard? Yeah. Chelsea's his team, I think. Focus on Christmas not being a special occasion. It's for children. None of us here are under 18, under 16, and treat it like another day. I know a lot of people that I knew last year did relapse over Christmas. It took them ages to get off, and some never got off again. That's how dangerous the struggle. That's how much it controls you. It's so frightening, isn't it? Keep quit a pen, only short term, please. I don't know what all these root drugs are. There's a pretty high dose, Johnny. Richard Bruce, I've had 7 years of medical intervention. Wow, it's a long time, isn't it? Nearly 16,000 followers. Yeah, it's getting close, isn't it? That liver ward video did really well. Anybody hasn't seen the liver ward one? It's called A Hard Watch. Have a look at that. There's more information than I thought in there. People who died and stuff when I was in the hospital. Wow. It's such a sad place to be. I've had messages from doctors and nurses from the gastro and liver wards, and that was one of the worst sort of shifts they've done in there, because they'll have to go through different departments when they're training. Liver wards, horrendous. The addict will always chase the higher you hit. That is why drinking leads to using. The amount of people that have said to me, I don't need to stop drinking. I've had a drug problem. I drink. I understand. Yeah, I have to say I'm glad it didn't take me any further. Guinness. See, right, Guinness. Yeah. Johnny, big up matter, of course. Johnny Wong official. I don't. Johnny is borderline personality disorder. It's definitely one of the doctors, really. But stick in here. Keep reading, keep learning, because I'll learn from people on here every day, every time I do this. A lot of information here. If anybody wants to support the channel, please hit the super chat button. If you enjoy these lives, the coffee button's on the right there. The more support we get, the more we can do. So, General, all right, mate. So let's just remember this fear of missing out as well is a big thing over Christmas. Lots of people have been writing into me about that. What I'm going to miss out on, the party, this and that. Remember that if you do have one or two, it's going to lead to more. It'll lead to disaster, and you feel terrible the next day. It's so easy for us to get the first drink or two down and forget about the hangovers, forget about the withdrawals, forget about the sickness, forget about the accidents, forget about the money loss, because we think, oh, everything's going to be fine. But it's not. Everything's just an absolute mess. It's a total mess if you booze. Total mess. Hangovers from the combination, but horrendous hangovers. Sorry, what's happening? Johnny, docs want you in and out as quick as possible. Kev boy, how did you pay for all your alcohol and bills when you were at the bottom? 2021. Quite a bit of money somewhere. Thanks, Kev boy. Nice to see you. Lilith, I watched a very shocking and upsetting BBC documentary filmed on liver ward. I'll try and find it, post the link. It was very upsetting and eye-opening. Send that, yeah, you can send it to me if you want, on this number. I mean, I just did my own press here, but we didn't have any photographs for obvious reasons. But I thought, it would be a good warning if the took you. Hi, Simon. How are you doing? And nice to see you again. Hope you had a good holiday. Richard Bush, hi, John. Alcohol is a gateway drug. It can be, yeah, definitely a gateway drug. But thankfully, it didn't lead me down that wrong path, which was good. Because that was just more destruction, isn't it? And the smoking as well. It's no wonder so many people who are so ill. But yeah, My suggestion was to show people, and it's obviously been done by the BBC, the liver ward, and maybe show it to school kids if it's not too distressing. Because people are still not warned about alcohol. People are always warned first about the drugs, heroin, the cocaine, and amphetamines, and all the pills people have taken, the old ecstasy and stuff. Cannabis is more or less getting decriminalised. I think it was years ago when I was in the people used to just, if it was just possession only, just throw it away. And that was it. Even large quantities, people were just getting cautioned for. Lilith, give me a few minutes. Yeah, no problem. Take your time, or just send me whenever you want. But it'd be good to see that. But I'll probably find the BBC documentary about that. I'm surprised to let people out. I'm surprised to let the cameras in, but it certainly would help. Because people need to know the destruction. I didn't know until I was actually in hospital how much damage alcohol did. And I'm not stupid. I've heard of cirrhosis, I've heard of heart problems, I've heard of pancreatitis, and all these other issues. But I didn't think it was so serious. It's the same old thing. You think you're not as bad as the other person, or you haven't done this, you haven't done that. Somebody's drank a bottle of whiskey, you've just had a few pints, but you realize that you're such a mess that you can't get. It's very difficult to get out of it anyway. So any ones that didn't do big jobs, I'm going to sue. JZ, rain in my heart. I've seen it better than, yeah. Mark, keep the good work. You're doing a good job. It's easy to forget about the real danger of drinking. It is this is why people relapse. You see, this is why I relapsed a couple of times. I've been off a couple of years. I feel good now. I'll be all right. You're not all right if you're like us, or like me anyway. Not everyone's the same as me, but there's a lot of people on here who are problem drinkers. And if you've got this tendency to not stop at 2 or 3 and just keep going, then you're going to get into a mess, aren't you? Fear of missing out, and picking up that first drink, just avoiding the first drink. If you can avoid the first drink, then you're doing well. You really are. So, Marna, you're legally allowed to become an alcoholic, but not a drug addict. So I've probably experienced quite a lot. That's a really good point, isn't it? The police have no power to confiscate alcohol, but they've got masses of powers to confiscate drugs. It's a good way of looking at it, isn't it? You can't just take cans of beer off people. But you can, it gets loaded and to carry cocaine. You have a bag of beer. You actually get beer and spirits delivered to your door for a small fee. No, that's madness now. I mean, that service wasn't around when I was drinking heavily, to be fair. That's come in more since COVID, isn't it? This dialer drinking. The dialer drink was a company I used many years ago. That was one company and didn't start operating until 10 p.m. Then you had 6 hours operating time, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. But now it's 24 hours a day, isn't it? Even the local petrol station, 24-hour garage, has availability for alcohol, which is crazy, isn't it? You've got to remember that it's everywhere, and this is why you have to be pretty strong with yourself. I'm not going to have one. It'd be great to have one, wouldn't it? I mean, I couldn't because I'd die. But people who haven't been to my level, possibly, I'll just have 1 or 2. But by next week, you'll regret it. The Trail Hunter. My brother got probably like one at Christmas. He was being abusive and breaking the piece outside. Preaching a piece outside. I took the vodka off him, and when the police arrived, they told me to give it back to him. It's just crackers, isn't it? There you go. It's a sort of real life story, that, isn't it? Give them the booze back. It's absolute madness, isn't it? Johnny's drinking Strongbow. Bongos it is, man, isn't it? Give them the bottle back, the vodka. I mean, there's a reason, the Ways and Means Act of just pouring it away or something, or just dropping it by mistake, if that makes sense. But give them the bottle back. It doesn't make any sense at all, does it? But, the pubs are getting geared up for Christmas. You go in the supermarket, there's piles and piles and piles of beer at the door, lots of offers. It's cheaper than it ever was. And if you go into, maybe the Lidl and Aldi type stores, it's so cheap in there for booze now. And bottles of spirits, cans of beer, it's incredibly cheap. I mean, obviously, the boozes are more expensive, but go to Wetherspoons, God's waiting room, I call that now. God's waiting room. Then it's cheap in there as well. And there's a lot of people going off Wetherspoons now, because it's just a bit of a dump, isn't it? No matter where you go. Most people look very unwell when you walk in there. You think, wow, what have I come into? So I've barred myself now from Wetherspoons, if that makes sense. There's nothing in there for me. All right, there's a can of Guinness Zero for £2.63. But I get negative comments. Feel as if I'm in the wrong place. So once a day or once a week visit at Wetherspoons is now out of the diary. Because there's some wankers in there. That's a personal thing. Mark Christmas says a test for problem drinkers, keep focused, get out in the fresh air. Yeah, you've got to get out walking. I did quite a bit of walking. My partner Lance right, shoots I didn't do a lot. I think I did. And I felt much better, I'll be at the gym again today and I feel much better. Just little bits. Consistency is the key with everything, isn't it? Be consistent. Don't drink. Keep off the booze. Have a plan. Get some good food in. Keep occupied. There's be loads of TV on for people who are on their own, things like that. There's always something to do that's better than drinking. It feels, wow, I'll have a drink. But the pain after, it's very little gain for a lot of pain, isn't it? Richard Bruce says, some chap pulled a bottle of martini in the underground. I mean, what martini? What's the song that used to go with that? Samara will remember that because it's older than me, I think. That's martini. Martini. Jesus. Horrible stuff, isn't it? I've got to remember trying that. Johnny, I'm a father now and starting everything. You will do, yeah. You understand more as you get older. Let's save that, Steve. Mate, it's shocking. Thanks. Have you sent it to my number? I hope so. Or the email. I'll pick it up a little, Lilith. It's from memory. It was a very no hospital wards good. I mean, I haven't been in hospital very much. Just had a broken arm and things. But to see people slip away or deteriorate very quickly is the worst thing. There's so many things go wrong with you when you've got liver disease. You become deconditioned, you lose weight, and then you get the ascites fluid, and then people get jaundice, and they get peripheral neuropathy, and they get all these different things. Rain in my heart. Okay. Oh, thanks, Lilith. Cheers. I think somebody else mentioned that earlier. I'll definitely have a look at that. I did see a snippet of it a couple of years ago. So you've got to be ready for that video. But I think we should all watch that and Rain in my heart, and maybe get a few comments about it during the week, because it's a very powerful video apparently. And that's what people need to see that. People need to see the dangers. I still don't think that putting price caps or price rises on alcohol would make any difference. People get the money for alcohol, no matter what. So people get the money for Christmas, isn't it? But this year it'd be worse than ever, I think, because of the economic downturn. But that's just my view. The trend that why can't police take alcohol off you? Well, they can in certain situations, but there's no legal power to just go in, to stop your car. They can't just say, well, we're going to confiscate this as evidence. Evidence of what? You know what I mean? Obviously, it's illegal to possess cocaine and other Class B and Class A drugs, A and B drugs, and some Class C as well. But unless they're on prescription, but there's no power to seize alcohol, if that makes sense. There's no crime being committed. I would say that's a reason this to change the law. But in a public order situation, that's common sense. The police just say, give us that bottle and throw it away. It just causes bother, causing aggro in the street. It's a breach of the peace now, public order or something like that. Can't just sort of take it off you. So be mindful. As I said, every day is another day, and let's not sort of get complacent. That's my thing. Please confiscate alcohol if you're drinking in a public place. Depends. I think it depends on the circumstances. Somewhere on that one. I don't know the would. We never used to have met anyway. This has changed over the years, but I mean certain bylaws say you can't drink in a public place. But people sit in parks. During COVID, people sat in parks and drank, didn't they? Police didn't do anything about that. So as long as it's quiet, I think it's a bit of a common sense thing. There will be a ticket. The law is a bit strange anyway. You've got to use a bit. Ways and means that I used to call it really. Um, free tech only if you're being disorderly or some designated area. I think so. I think you're right. Free tech, yeah. There's got to be some element of you can't just walk up to somebody and take the beer off it. I think you've got to be doing something. I think there was also another documentary on YouTube called The Wet House. I think I've seen that one. I think I've seen a little bit of both actually. John, you're a skeptic. You're a skeptic. So I did another video the other day about why are people frightened to give the booze up? Because somebody mentioned the other day, I'm not frightened to drink. I'm frightened not to drink. Which I thought was a bit of a strange comment, but I see what he means. Because when you're told, you can't drink again for the rest of your life, it's just such a big hit, isn't it, emotionally? When you've been drinking all your life, you think, wow, I can't drink anymore. But when you've been ill, as I was, didn't hit me too badly. It would have done if I'd only been 25, though. But you get a bit older, you think, well, maybe the doctor's right. Because there's a lot of people in this world who are dying, Telling her which is what my brother was doing, being disorderly, and they still made him give it back to him. That's strange, isn't it? Crazy. They told him it was a lovely Christmas. Nightmare Christmases. Anybody got any nightmare Christmas stories? Wow. All I used to do was go for the drink. The only thing is, you never eat a Christmas lunch when you're a boozer. Last few years, I've really enjoyed my Christmas meal. I mean, it's only like a Sunday roast, isn't it, really? But you know what I'm saying? Defiance is one of my worst character defects. Yeah, I can see where you come from, Paul Penny. Most times, there's a designated no open drinking in public. Yeah, there's different barriers, isn't there? It shouldn't be public. But then again, you go overseas, plenty of people drinking outside, cafe bars and things. Maybe not cans of beer like in the UK, but I've never seen any fights in Rome or Venice or um, you know when you're in Mallorca, Palma. You don't see people sitting outside shouting and screaming. Just have a few drinks, a bit of tapas, and go home. Why the UK is just such a disorderly side to it? I don't know. Children, yeah, 2 weeks off the booze and Mount Tyson already up. Yeah, that's the thing. Eat properly. Your appetite will come back. You get your strength back, and then your mind will be clear again. Clarity of mind is huge, when you go off the booze. You don't think properly. Every day is a struggle. It's a full-time job being an alcoholic, or even a heavy drinker. Full-time job plus overtime. And I know a lot of people do struggle with the free time, but isn't it good to have free time? Not being controlled by drink. It's proper free time. It's free time when you feel good, not free time when you feel down, when you feel absolutely hideous, or when you're feeling like you want to just crawl up in a ball and go to sleep, or you think there's impending doom zone where you can't deal with life. Because we've all got problems. Even in sober, you get problems, don't you? Till the old appetite comes back with a vengeance after you're not drinking that, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely does. You're so hungry, aren't you? I still get a little bit of craving for chocolate, even now, it's just a sugar rush, isn't it? It's a good point that you do. Once you've get over the first few weeks of, in the recovery, then you just want to eat and eat and eat, which is good because you've got to put some muscle back on, haven't you? Because it will take all the strength away, without a doubt, when you're drinking. Um, what are your thoughts on Rain in My Heart? It didn't stop me drinking. Unfortunately, I've had friends pass away who were ill. Other people on that documentary, yeah. It doesn't stop us drinking, does it? I know guys who were in that liver ward because we kept in touch with each other enough because it's quite tight in the community. We were in there for weeks. And people went out from the liver ward and drank straight away. I mean, that's just crazy. Picked up by friends and went straight to the club or pub. I got in the habit of going for long walks late on drinking like all over places. I used to live locally, just like seeing the sights. Yeah, we wander. I was a bit like a drink, wander, mind wanders, and I used to wander. I used to enjoy my time drinking. I wouldn't have done otherwise. You're wandering around about the Italian lakes and just enjoying the sunshine and a few drinks. But obviously, you can't do it. You can't. I did it too much. Like a friend of mine became a best man. Who's died, unfortunately, not of alcohol, for other reasons. He used to say to me when I was younger, "If you don't stop drinking as much, if you don't cut down, you'll never be able to drink again." And he was right, wasn't he? Because you get to the point where you're so ill you can never drink again because you've just destroyed your body, haven't you? They told him to give that rain in my heart a watch. Have you ever seen Louis Theroux drink to oblivion? No, I haven't seen that either. There's quite a lot around. Richard, most 90% of my problems are drink related. Oh, well, they were with me. I haven't got any problems now, thankfully, but they were drink related. JZ, Lilith, it didn't stop me either. I was in the hospital, prison, and mental institutions. Nothing could stop me. How did you get off it, JZ? Been through all of that. That I sold a while ago. $1,200 worth of watch. Shocking images. I bet it is. Yeah, people don't realise. I didn't realise. I've been in plenty of hospitals when I was a policeman. You know, defence, criminals, as it were, or to particular witnesses and sudden deaths or something. But I never ever realised that alcohol could be so destructive. So when a long walks at night are an excellent way of distraction. Also, the exercise and rewards with happy endorphins. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Longer walks. As long as I'll go any time, as long as it's not wet, not raining, pissing down. Hot penny. I was struck by the doctor on the British newscaster who became homeless, Bill Summer. Oh, I didn't say that. Oh, yes, I know what you mean. The documentary, I've seen that. Yeah, the documentary about the British newscaster. Yeah, he ended up living on the beach, didn't he? Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Down in Brighton or somewhere, it was. Johnny, I'm here, as I'm not ready to completely stop. You will be ready. Well, your body will tell you. Free text. Some bars are same as casinos. Are all your best friends until you don't spend big anymore. Yeah, you're right, mate. People love it when you're an alcoholic with money. You get lots of friends then. There's a team and a crew in Wetherspoons near me. It's all the same. Some haven't worked ever. Always got cash for booze. I get a new person in, and they're all naive, the new ones, Within weeks, months, same as them. The flies in there look healthier than they are. I pay night walks, no one can see me. See me now. See me not. See the actor who played Tosh Lyons that Bill drank himself to death. Oh, I remember seeing that, yeah. Yeah. And the other guy, I can't remember his name. Taller guy, younger, who went to CID. He was a big drinker. Curly Watts as well. There's lots of them, isn't it? Lots of DJs and TV people. It happens to anybody, doesn't it? It can happen to anybody. There's more availability of there is maybe in TV and media as well, because they don't have to sort of a stringent work schedule. Or it's not like ours, which is more. We were supposed to be actually under constant supervision, but we weren't, we? But yeah, night walks, hot penny, get yourself out, get yourself some exercise. The exercise will also help your appetite. You get your appetite up, you feel better, you feel more healthy. Johnny, I've become to be good and celebrate my drinking again. No, keep off the booze. Drinking again is no good for anybody on here. No good for people. Full stop. Johnny Wong, this channel is a great place to start getting sober. Clean, amazing people, and coastal legends too. Thanks, Lilith. Yeah, let's get sober. Let's get healthy. This is the only reason that I'm here to help you to get healthy. Because I was such a bad state. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, and I couldn't go back for an hour to where I was. Pretty, I mean, in this overdose on alcohol. Yeah, I believe she did. There's so many people gone down that road. You don't realise until you're actually in the hospital system, or doing what I'm doing, maybe what you've done as well, looked at this in detail, how many young people it kills. I mean, I get a lot of messages from people saying, my brother has just died from alcohol-related disease and he's 27. 27, 24, 31, 41. And you think that's just so bloody young, isn't it? Just starting out in life. And they've already gone from this beautiful world we live in. It's so frightening. Free text, she had a tolerance, but as she lost so much weight with eating problems, she overdosed, we forget. In drinking times, we could easily, it's actually overdose. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Jason, how are you, Jason? Well, Stephen, keeping on. Thanks, mate. Good to see you. I smoke, I don't drink. Well, you do one of the two, I suppose. Yeah, it's interesting about being honest. The tolerance level, and then you don't eat, and it's just a mess, isn't it? No matter which way you go, it's going to be a mess. You cannot control it. Alan, I was in London recently and I was very tempted to have a pint. But I was able to stop myself in my tracks and say, we don't do that anymore. Once we know better, we have to do better. Thanks, Alan. I agree. It can be temptation, but you got. Well, I mean, I was in a hell of a state, so I just remember myself thinking, well, if I drink, I'm going to be dead. I'm going to be very ill, and I can't do it anymore. And, I'm trying to help you on here, just to tell you how grim it was because it was horrendous, absolutely horrendous, mentally and physically. More mentally to start with, to be fair. The anxiety, the impending doom, the worry about very little, the depression side of it, and all that. It just became absolutely, absolutely horrendous. But I've got a much, 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 much better life now. I would never have anywhere near the lifestyle I've got now if I was still drinking. Just the peace of mind. It's getting peace without drinking, relaxation without drinking. That's the key. If you relax without drinking, you've won watch, really, haven't you? Because that's what we all want. We want to feel good. You don't have to be a millionaire. You just need enough money for some good food, comfortable place to live, sleep, the odd holiday or whatever. You don't need to be well off. You need to be well in your health, well in your mind. That's what you need. One of the biggest cause of death in young men is actually suicide. I can imagine, yeah. I think a lot of that is alcohol related, though. It's a massive, well, it's a depressive drug, isn't it? A depressing drug. It's called, a mind-altering drug, which is a depressant. People spend a lot of money on alcohol, and they get stressed because of it. People wake up stressed the next day, and then they sort of give up with life. I can see that myself. I've never felt as down as when I used to drink. For how many times we walked into, I'm going to use Wetherspoons as an example again, because I don't like them. People sitting there, did anybody look happy in there? They're much happier in the gym, don't they? The people in the gym. Johnny won't calm down, mate. Will you? Yeah, Johnny, you must take it easy. Otherwise, you'll get bored. Jason, this time of year is absolutely horrendous for drinkers. Temptation overload. Office parties, dark nights, at least January is a sense check for us all. It's not that long. As long as the winter doesn't get too cold. Trail Hunter. Thanks, Steve. Going to dash. Best of luck in your sobriety, folks. Thanks, man. Actually, best of luck to everybody. But come on here and talk about it and look at the videos. And you've got to take this seriously. I didn't take it seriously until it took me seriously. If that makes sense. I just thought, I'm not as bad. Like I said earlier, not as bad as Big Johnny who has a bottle of whiskey and 12 pints every day. I don't do that. I was exactly the same. Exactly the same. Because, as my partner said months ago, and I believe this is so true, when you need a drink rather than want to drink, you've crossed the line. And as soon as you get to the point where you need or want to function in the morning or whenever you get out of bed, then you're seriously down the line. Then you've got to put the brakes on. And if you're lucky enough to get off without medication, you've done well. And then all you've got to do is think how well you're going to be without it and how badly how terribly you're going to feel if you start drinking again, even if you just have one or two. Does that make sense? Calm down, take it easy, keep off the booze, and just don't reach for the first one. The first one could be the last one. It certainly would be for me. Nearly it was last time. The head maids were a disaster. Only thing I ever took, as I mentioned in the past, was some diazepam. That was it, and a few thiamine. That's not the medication, just for nutrition, isn't it? But the other meds, I've not got anything for anxiety, nothing like that. No propanol, nothing. Just some water tablets trying to get rid of the anxieties, but it didn't work anyway. So to drain it all off. That's another thing people forget about, all the issues that come with alcohol. The ascites, the spontaneous bacterial peritonitis, all these infections, the immune system gets done in, all this sort of thing. So what do you think the survival rate on the acute liver bit intensive care? As you said, a lot didn't, so I didn't make it. I would say 50-50. If you go in with ascites fluid and spontaneous bacterial peritonitis, I'd gross ascites, and also deconditioning was less than 50-50. So how I'm here today is a miracle, really. But when I got sober, I was determined to eat properly, to exercise, but look after myself. I think that was a big contributor. Also, very good genes, I believe, in the family. Everyone in the family's lived till 90 plus. Maybe that's helped me, I don't know. The fact I didn't smoke, it's helped. The fact that I was extremely fit when I was young helped. But, from the age for mid to late teenagers, I drank every day. It's something, just a pint or two. Never touched spirits, never smoked, never took any other drugs. So all of that went in my favour, I think. Had I been a smoker, had I been overweight, had I been maybe not as fit, then who knows? But I know one thing: I'm here today, I'm happy and healthy. And I'd like you all to we'll get to that stage as well, because it can be done. I never thought it could be, but I've seen people turn it around. I've seen people die, and I've seen people be discharged from hospital after having much, much, much more done than I did. I'm talking about liver transplant people here, and they've done again. But be positive, be yourself, and enjoy your life, because you're not here long, are you? Okay, folks, we've done about an hour, just over an hour. I hope you're all well. I hope everybody's okay. We'll maybe do another one tomorrow and try and get these going a bit more. It's been a week off. Get some other subjects in. Keep a look at the new videos and like and subscribe. And if you want to contribute anything, please do. The super chat or buy me a coffee link's always on the videos. And I will speak to you soon. Give another few minutes. Tomorrow, the trouble with internal organ damage due to alcohol is usually painless until the later stages. That's why they call fibrosis and cirrhosis the silent killer, isn't it? But it also affects your heart, doesn't it? Drinking makes you smoke loads. Yeah, I said to I've never smoked, so I'm not sure that would work really. Is anyone here who is now still getting creams for chocolate? 100%. Chocolate. I was never one for sweet chocolate, but since being so, I mean, lots of mild creams for chocolate and sweets. Yeah, I had that. I still have for a bit of chocolate. I'm trying to cut down because I'm trying to lose a bit of weight. Well, I've got to lose some weight because I've got a big year next year. But you have to lose weight. You have to keep fit, keep active. And because of all this time you've got now, because you don't drink, you've got more time to focus on yourself. Then you can make a prawn salad instead of a pizza. Grabbing a pizza up, grabbing a bloody kebab. You're not eating at all. You can eat properly. And it's massive nutrition and exercise in this. To recover properly, you have to get your nutrition right. You have to get your exercise right. And you will become fitter, much, much fitter than you were before, even when you were younger. So there you go. Right, okay, we'll say good night now. And I'll speak to you all hopefully tomorrow, Thursday. Have a good evening. It's only about just half 8. Have some grub and a bit of relax, I think. And let's see you back tomorrow. As I said, like and subscribe to the channel. There's some good videos on there. If you need to get in touch, please do. So I've seen people that I thought would recover fail, and I've seen some people close to death succeed. It's funny, well, isn't it? Recovery's weird, isn't it? Yeah, thanks, lad. Thanks, tomorrow. See you all soon. It should be 7:30 now. I'll put a little short video out every night. Gummy bears can eat half a kilo. You will get cravings for sweet stuff. Yeah, you do. Lots and lots of sweet stuff. But it's a lot better than drinking, isn't it? Keep off the booze. Keep well. Keep positive. That's the main thing. A positive mind keeps the body in track, Thanks, Lilith. Thanks, Stoic. Thanks, Samara. Thanks to everyone who's popped in. I'm going to come on tomorrow, I think. Well, yeah. I'll put a little short up every night now when I'm going to come on. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Samara, any change, I'll let you know. Chris, take good night. Sleep well. And have a sober Wednesday. Because it's only early Tuesday night, so enjoy Tuesday night, whatever you're doing. And enjoy tomorrow. And I hope that Christmas comes quickly and quietly and leaves the same. Okay, catch you later.